pushes through the tackle. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the 1st quarter with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Moss. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. Finds his man. It's Lacy. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Cardinals started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to scramble. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
The throw. Makes the catch. It's Lacy. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Cardinals will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's loose at the 15. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside. And down he goes back at the 3. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And this one will be touched and downed at the 25.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Moss. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy complete.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Right down the gut of the field. The 20. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover, they get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
And how about this defense flipping the field, turning a negative situation into a positive, causing the fumble, scooping that puppy up. You look at the blocking out in front of the guy, you can tell, chewing up yardage, puts it all the way back down the field, gets a ton of yards back, and now puts an offense in a position to succeed.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the 1st half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it. because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Plucks it out of the air. And into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this...
Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter, they're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did.
He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. The second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
I think that's a decision the head coach is going to look back on and wish he had done the other thing and just kick it way down the field. You've got a tie game. We've got so much football left to play here in the second half. Instead, because you don't get the onside kick, your opponent is now set up in really nice field position to go down scoring.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. They take the lead with the 6.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Here comes the heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now, turning it on! Got enough for the first.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
He makes the catch, but the officials right on top of it, signaling out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Fourth down coming up.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Got it behind the line. It's Moss. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. At the 20, he's got space. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Man, it it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires it incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen.
Touchdown, Louisville! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
With the catch, it's Lacey. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's got him still on his feet. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just a tremendous return. great run, great speed, and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Floating away. He's going to run it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
To throw, it's Reed. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They got stuffed on second down, and still they need 1 yard here on third. The Sneak scores it.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun. Sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it.
There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beat down.